What's happening? It's the world's famous uncle, the uncle that you gotta love, Uncle Ticket. You know what the fuck I'm coming here to do, and you know who the fuck I'm coming to expose. Trey, Trey, look at me, my nigga. Matthew, Matthew Conman Kohrs, and Coach Trey. Take a look at me. Now let's get to work. I ain't got much time with y'all, but I ain't talked to y'all little con man in a minute. You are the most disingenuous piece of shit, lying ass con man. But we're gonna break it down. We're gonna wake these sleep apes. We're gonna wake these sleep apes up if we don't do nothing else. We definitely gonna do that. So let's look at the price of this lemon real quick. Let's look at the price of this lemon. Apes. If that fucking earnings report was anything, we shouldn't be looking at this. If this stock was headed anywhere, we shouldn't be looking at this. But I'm sure they got some kind of excuses why this shit is the price that it's at. This lemon is headed nowhere fast. And apes, if y'all don't sell this motherfucker, they gonna break your motherfucking ass. You hear me? All right. Now let's get to work. We're gonna start with Trey. DJ, cut the fucking track. Now, Trey made a video on August 17th. Has almost 100,000 views. It's called Why I Think Things Are Looking Really Good. Now, Coach Trey. Trey, my nigga, my con man. You in there at that bunker with that motherfucking fucked up sounding mic. Shit sound like you on an AM radio station, that motherfucker. Like you on a walkie-talkie or some shit. Let's listen to this clown.
Oh, what is up, everybody? I'm with Trey Trades. We freaking talk fast and don't skip class. I'm going to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor or expert. So take what I say with some lemon pepper, please. Let's get into this video. So
take what you say with some lemon pepper. Them motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to afford no lemon pepper fucking with your con coked out looking ass. I ain't looked at you in a minute, Trey. You looking like you been on some heavy coke binges. You looking a little thinner, eyes looking sunk in. Your nose been, you done fell asleep with your nose in that coke plate a couple nights, haven't you? Haven't you, Trey?
So today, my friends, my family, my fellow Gorilla Gang, we're giving an update on ticker symbol AMC here, and it's been a freaking beautiful ride. In my previous video,
a beautiful ride? How the fuck this been a beautiful ride? For who? You, because you sold your shit and cashed out at 70? Yeah, it was a beautiful ride for you, but what about the motherfuckers that bought it 70, 60, 50? Is it a beautiful ride for them? I don't think so, champ.
I talked about sort of a trend continuation and a beautiful sort of, this is the first time in a minute that we've had not choppy price action, where you can see some sort of trend starting to play.
And this motherfucker, let me say it like y'all said, this motherfucker is praising this shit at $37.16 fucking cents. You would think this is $100.16. Boy, you trying to train these motherfuckers to accept mediocrity, failure. Adam Aaron, when y'all had that, you know, y'all had that interview, which I might break down or might not. I don't know. I ain't watched that shit, but y'all talked on the back end. Y'all talked backstage before y'all went live, and he told you better keep these motherfuckers in this shit. Ain't enough money been made yet, huh, Trey? You gonna get them there though, huh? You gonna get the hedgies there, right?
play out on the stock, similar to when we had that 1450 test and break to bring us the momentum to $77 on AMC. This is actually a really beautiful thing because trend is predictable. You can predict trend, and this is a clear-cut, picture-perfect trend that allows us to see the bullishness and that buyers are starting to step back into.
And now let me reiterate. This is August 17th. Now we're at August 19th, 2 days later. I ain't watched this video, but we're going to see. Look, let's be sure. August 17th. We see that now. Now let's listen to all this fluff these selling to y'all motherfuckers.
Stock. So we're going to go over the Ortex data, which is essentially just short interest overall in the overall stock, right? And then we're going to go over the short sale volume percentage ratio, which shows you the amount of shorting that is going into the stock in terms of relative volume. And I want to show you the institutional ownership because that has been a pretty fascinating piece. I think it's a good reminder to see that there are some big whales out there buying this thing in the 30s, and then finish off with the technical analysis. So without further ado, baby, let's get into
I tell you what, the whales is buying that motherfucker in the 30s. They will definitely, and I repeat, definitely be out this motherfucker before the ship sank all the way. You better believe that. So don't get it twisted. They lining y'all up for a nice lick, and y'all stupid motherfuckers staying in this shit. Oh, we got the institutionals, the big institutions. What about the big institutions that shorten the shit out this motherfucker? What about them?
This freaking video. The Ortex data. What do we have cooking up? 17.93% current short interest of free flow, which comes out to 91.68 million shares. Relatively speaking, shares on loan is 109 million, which comes out to 21.48%. This is based on the FINRA report that recently came out, giving you an idea of how many shorts are actually in the stock compared to the estimate that Ortex has given out. I've said this a million times, right? The shares on loan and the short interest, whenever that gap gets larger, you can expect that the short interest is likely higher than is being projected because these are based on algorithms, and we know the amount of shorting taking place in AMC stock is extremely freaking high. So you've got currently, like I said, 17.93%, small pullback, and I think this is an important thing to be able to.
What y'all got, 17, 18% or some shit? And from my understanding from the show we did last night, Robinhood has 50%. So y'all motherfuckers sitting there acting like it's the end of the world with what, 18, under 20%? Why Robinhood is getting shorted by the wazoo? Seems like Robinhood is going to shape up to be a better squeeze than this bullshit. Well, this is the ape squeeze, but I mean a real short squeeze. You're liable to see this with Robinhood. You got your boy Matt Conman Kohrs. If he really did buy puts, he gonna get fucked real good. I promise you that. So the apes, y'all in trouble, and I hope y'all ain't following that dumb fuck. He called us he, and then why the fuck would you name a show Dumb Money? I would never refer to myself as Dumb Money. So it's like y'all setting yourself up for what y'all about to get, what y'all fixing to get, and that's y'all ass toe up. But you know what, Matthew, this ain't dumb money. Y'all retarded money. So we need to change that. Not dumb money. You guys are no longer dumb money. You're retarded money. To be in this shit, you got to be fucking retarded with slob hanging out your motherfucking mouth. You rode the bus with the tinted windows going to school. You was on the Sweet Pickle bus.
To mention as well as the average days on loan, who was actually covering, quote unquote, some of the stock today. 4.74 million shares, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. It was some of the newer short positions, right? It was, I would argue, some of the more intelligent shorts, and not these people who bought it up here in the 50s, 60s, whatever, who could be giving back their profits and getting squoze out of the stock like a bunch of silly chickens.
The fuck is you talking about? The smart money, the smart shorts is covering right here. No. And even if they did say, I'm not understanding if you're saying they shorted at 50 and then taking a little $12 profits or whatever, which could be possible, which I doubt, depending, unless they had a lot of action on that, and then covering only to short this motherfucker down again. Let me rewind here, this bullshit you pushing.
So look at the average days on loan. Not these people who bought it up here in the 50s, 60s, whatever, who could be giving back their profits and getting squoze out of the stock like a bunch of silly.
You said bought it. Is you mean buying it or shorting it? Fuck you mean? Or bought the cover from when it was down, which I doubt very seriously. If anybody shorted down low, they ain't buying the cover at no $50 because they know. I don't know what the fuck you saying, Trey. Was you coked out? Hold on.
Chickens. Intelligent shorts, and not these people who bought it up here in the 50s, 60s, whatever, who could be giving back their profits.
Who bought it up there and could be giving back their profits.
And getting squoze out of the average days on loan. Who was actually covering, quote unquote, some of the stock today? 4.74 million shares, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. It was some of the newer short positions, right? It was, I would argue, some of the more intelligent shorts, and not these people who bought it up here in the 50s, 60s, whatever, who could be giving.
Are you saying the apes who bought it and who's selling out because they fucking scared this shit ain't going nowhere? Because I know you ain't saying about this shit you saying don't make no sense, Trey. Somebody in the comment section or something when this shit is over, let me know. What the fuck is this motherfucker talking about?
Giving back their profits and getting squoze out of the stock like a bunch of silly chickens.
How would you be getting squoze out the stock? This motherfucker $37 if you shorted it at 50 or something. Unless you shorted it at $10 where even with that, you already know where this motherfucker headed. So what the fuck is you talking about, Trey? Are you losing it that bad, man? Did you just do about a 16th before you got on the motherfucking camera? Did you do a teener? Did you just snort a teenager, boy?
See, look at the average days on loan, right? 44 days total. You look back 44 days ago, that's in the 50s and 60s. These guys established short positions, some of these newer ones in the 50s and 60s. Well,
so hold on. They established, okay, so are you talking about people who short? How the fuck would you be getting squoze out of a short if you shorted at $60 and this at $37? You're up. 60, 37, what, like $23 fucking dollars or some shit? You could cover $23 a share? What the fuck is you talking about, Coke boy?
If the days on loan went up, but the short interest went down, it's pretty likely that whatever shorts covered positions today were net negative, right? They lost money. Maybe they started shorting it at I don't know. Let's look at the chart. $28. Maybe they started at 30. Maybe they started at 31, 32. And you can see that it's starting to creep.
What the fuck, Trey? You all over the motherfucking place, man. This one of the most ridiculous videos I've seen you make here, boy. I see why you done stop making videos, man. Your coke habit done got out of control. You don't even know what the fuck you doing no more. You done sold your stock. See what it is. Trey done sold that stock at $70 and he getting a little bonuses from Adam from keeping y'all in. He buying the most coke he done ever bought. This is the most access to coke Trey done ever got. He ordering coke like motherfuckers order Uber Eats, man.
Creep up. It's at $37, which means some of these guys maybe lost freaking, I don't know, 20, 30, 40% of their overall short.
Hold up, cuz. Hold up.
Position.
Hold up.
Maybe they started at 31, 32. And you can see that it's starting to creep up. It's at $37, which means some of these guys maybe lost freaking, I don't know, 20, 30, 40% of their overall short.
Hold up. Trey, this shit is getting scary, man. If y'all still fucking with this, you lost 40%. He said they shorted at $30 fucking dollars. Now I know I'm a nigger to y'all, though, whatever the fuck y'all think. 40% of $34. Wouldn't that be like $15 or some shit like that? Cause 100% would be 70 if you flipped it all the way over. So half of that, what we talking about, like $15 or some shit? This is $7, man. This is more like 20%, maybe. And why the fuck would you get out and you only down that? Dude, you're not making no fucking sense here, man.
Position, didn't want to risk a margin.
You must think
it's starting to creep.
You must think motherfuckers can't do math,
it's
man.
$37. Lost money. Maybe they started shorting it at freaking, I don't know. Let's look at the chart. $28. Maybe they started at 30. Maybe they started at 31, 32.
32. Say you started $32. Motherfucker, you only down $5, man. Dude, what the fuck is going on here, cuz?
And you can see that it's starting to creep up. It's at $37, which means some of these guys maybe lost.
Okay, they're starting to creep up. Now. 2 days later. What? Hey, Trey. For me to you, put that coke plate down, man. Please, man. I'm asking you, man. Please. Hey, Trey, please, man. Put that Coke plate down, man. We don't need no more Coke from you, man. Adam need to tell you to lay off that Coke, man, till you get your shit straight, cuz. You losing, you slipping, you falling, you can't get up, cuz.
Lost freaking, I don't know, 20, 30, 40% of their overall short position. Didn't want to risk a margin call. That's probably what you got rocking.
You're not getting no margin call if you started short some shit at $30 and this at $37. The margin call ain't came yet, man. You dealing with some real stupid motherfuckers if they believe anything that you done said so far in this video. This is some of the worst work you've ever done, Trey. Is this what your work is turning into? I see exactly why you stand off, Trey. I'm gonna have to give you a motherfucking 21 gun salute, nigga. You definitely made the right decision to stay offline. Cause you fucking falling off, man. You done lost your way. So you just stand off the camera. That's probably what Adam told you at Adam's request. They leaving Matt to hold it down with his boring ass. Making motherfuckers fall asleep. He making I bet you why he got so many people, half the motherfuckers that fell asleep. That's why he got so many people watching them. You cannot listen to Matt's show and pay attention to that show all the way. Guys, I just this thing is we're done money, man. Dude, cut it the fuck out, man. And Matt, I think you got something you want to tell us, man. I think you hide something from us, Matthew. We gonna get into that because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to your video because I gotta go here in a minute. But Matt, why don't you come clean, man? Yeah, I think what you hide from us, it ain't about the stock either. It ain't about AMC. We know you a con man, but I think it's something else. Matt, think about it, man. I think you need to tell us what's going on with you, man. You can only hide so long, my nigga.
In terms of clientele. So a lot of these big boys, the people who've been in this for a long time, the people who are really truly betting against you, they haven't done nothing. And in the grand scheme of things, 4.74 million share difference is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. You have monstrous short interest. 85% of the exchange reported data is what Ortex gives us at 17.93%. Utilization is also at 91.77%. You can think of this essentially as how many shares on loan are.
Trey, you've been saying the same shit so long. And it's got you guys here. All that Ortex, short interest, gamma squeeze, it adds up to this. I guess.
Actually out on loan comparatively to the entire pie, right? So if you got 91.77 million percent, it comes out to 109 million total. So pretty decently high. Did pull back here a little bit, and we'll be able to show you that here with the line graph. Utilization has dropped down from a maximum value.
And I'm going to love to see his prediction on where he thinks this thing is going, what he going to say at the end of the video.
94.51%, down to about 91.77%, which is why you see that cost to borrow has gone down just a little bit to about 3.96% maximum. Yesterday was in that 10% plus range, but that's because utilization was a little bit higher. It's about scarcity, supply versus demand. How risky is it to hold that short position? How risky is it to hold a share on loan? The higher the utilization goes,
you good money. You smart money if you holding that motherfucker short. The loans is the motherfucker that's about to take the ass whooping.
The more you can anticipate there's pressure building on these short positions. But remember the overall trend. You see the trend is going up, right? Utilization was at 83% back here on what appears to be July 21st. So it's gone up significantly, right? You got to look at the overall trend, the macroscopic picture, not the microscopic.
What the fuck you said?
80 in that 10% plus range, but that's because utilization was a little bit higher. It's about scarcity, supply versus demand. How risky is it to hold that short position? How risky is it to hold a share on loan? The higher the utilization goes, the more you can anticipate there's pressure building on these short positions. But remember the overall trend. You see the trend is going up, right? Utilization was at 83% back here on what appears to be July 21st. So it's gone up significantly, right? You got to look at the overall trend, the macroscopic picture, not the microscopic picture on AMC stock on any given day. Short sale volume percentage ratio, this shows us yesterday's overall short volume comparatively and relatively to the overall AMC market volume that ended up rocking on the day. You see that 50% of that was shorted volume, 34 million shares. And I think an interesting trend, I want to show you this. is what you have rocking at market open the last 4 days. Market open the last 4 days, you've seen this test in which you have either sellers or shorters that try to push the stock price down right at market open, and it's rejected by buyers that step back into the stock. Remember, half of the volume on AMC yesterday was shorted volume. And you look at the overall price action, I mean, this is pull up the daily candles. We had a freaking solid day. I mean, it ended up being green 6.6%, despite the fact that there was such an imbalance in terms of long positions versus short positions being established in the stock. That's something to be proud of. That means that a lot of apes out there are slapping the ask. They're hitting those high overall ask prices.
And y'all motherfucking apes is fool. Y'all gonna lose all your money trying to buy to keep this thing alive. They lining y'all the fuck up. Y'all keep on buying this shit to only lose more and more. $35. This fucker is gonna be in the 20s soon. Then y'all gonna be down $7-something. When this bitch $27, this bitch what $34 right now, pretty much $35. So y'all motherfuckers is buying these 30s up. Say you bought it 32, this bitch 27. You down $5 a share and dropping. This fucker's going nowhere.
And trying to push the stock price up, which is cool. And it's being projected in the overall technical analysis and in the chart psychology that you're watching on every single given day. So that's a good thing to remember. I also want to show you, lastly, the AMC institutional ownership, because this is an important aspect that I think is kind of not talked about a whole lot. And this is 31.35% or 157 million total institutional shares that are being held by the big whales out there, right? This is coming from a 13, mostly 13F. You can see this down here, 13Ds, 13As. You've got some 13Fs, which is essentially just a financial statement that says, hey, we've established a position or we've sold a position in this overall stock. You've got a lot of people who have recently filed new positions in AMC. You've got August 17th, which is today, the 16th. A lot of 13Fs have come out, right? You look back on look at all these on the 16th, man. I mean, it's crazy. You've got some people who are buying massive amounts. I mean, 1.82 million shares at 33.44.
Boy, you sound coked out. 1.82. You tweaking. You need another bump, don't you?
Look at all these on the 16th, man. I mean, it's crazy. You've got some people who are buying massive amounts. I mean, 1.82 million shares at 33.44. You've got 110,000 here. You've got 250,000 here. 4.1 million here at 33.45. So a lot of big whales are buying at this $33 level, which to me is another affirmation and confirmation that this is pretty likely near the end of its bear cycle and approaching its next bull cycle, right? Follow money. Follow money. It's important to see where money moves, and money is moving into AMC, and a lot of fucking money is moving into AMC. So we're going to finish this off with a technical analysis and give you the rundown of what is happening here, what you could potentially look at leading into tomorrow. I always tell you guys when I think I'm right, when I'm wrong. I think this was one of the opportunities in which things did end up panning out the way that I thought they would, which is cool, right? It has this upside level of support that is respected. It has more than one test on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times that it's tested this upside level of support and has rejected off of that level. That is a trend. That is something that is predictable, that shows us that buyers are stepping in at a significant level to push the stock price back up, which I like to see. Now, what did you end up seeing today? This is, by the textbook, a bull trap setup, which means that you typically would see a microscopic, at least on the hourly time frame, sort of pullback since it rejected off of that overall 38.74 level. Now, what I would call this is somewhat of a false breakout, but what's encouraging is that after it got a false breakout over that $37 level of resistance, 37.50-ish zone, it rebounded very nicely. It didn't even come back down to retest that upside level of support. It hung on beautifully, and it's actually trying to retest that here in the after hours right now, down just barely at 0.13% in the after hours, down red. 37.16 close on the day, guys, is really freaking solid. So leading into tomorrow, what could you possibly expect? I think just based on this overall trend that you have playing out right now, you're very likely going to see it continue until it gets this break over $37. So you can think of this essentially as a spring loading. This is a wedge formation in which you get a break over that $37 level of resistance. You're pretty likely going to zoom right past that into that $40 zone where you've got that next overall level of resistance. And each psychological $5 barrier after that is the zone to watch for, just based on the way that trend has played out in the past with AMC stock. So what do you think will happen, right? I think it's going to play out pretty much the exact same as it did today. You're going to have a test of this upside level of support. It's happened 5 days in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it's done this, where it'll try to get pushed down immediately at market open. Buddy, you are just going crazy this evening. You got to calm down. Buddy,
Dude,
what are you
dude,
doing?
put the fucking cat down, man.
Goose? You silly freaking chicken. But anyways, I think you're going to get a retest where shorts are going to try to push the price back down immediately at market open. And then it's probably going to get that nice bounce, similar to what we've seen here in the past on this retest of that $37 level of resistance. That's the bull case scenario. Worst case scenario is if it tests this upside level of support a sixth time and rejects, in which case you're trying to see some sort of bounce off of this signified level of support down here at about $33. Do I find that likely? It's less likely by far more short-term bullish on the stock in the next 1, 2, 3 days than bearish. You better believe it. I'll always come out.
That fake laugh. You more bullish. So, Trey. Is this bullish? Another time you're wrong. Lay off the coke, my dude. It's getting the best of you. And we can all see it.
Straight, I'll say it. I've done it a million times. But I think in the short term, the stock might go down a little bit. I'll tell you, I think you got some pretty bright days ahead of you, right? I think you're going to see
some bright days. Are these bright days, y'all? And then I bet you he made a video the other day talking about now he challenging to put money into the portfolio. I ain't watched that shit. We'll go over that some other time. So now we talking about, see, him and Matt they think they're sophisticated con men. Now they're trying to humanize themselves by donating to charities and shit like that, only to run the con up more because now y'all think, oh, these are good guys. They donate to charity. I'm going to put some more money behind them. I'm going to back them. I'm going to stay with these guys. They're good guys. They care about people. Like my man AB was saying, if you care so much about people, why aren't you pushing for the employees to get better wages and treated better? Shit like that. That helps a lot. That helps a lot of people. There are a lot of employees that need these jobs, that need their jobs to pay better money to be able to live a better lifestyle. But y'all just trying to fatten y'all pockets. Fucking con, man.
Is break that $37 level of resistance in the near future in the next 1, 2, 3 days, which will bring us to those next round barriers, getting closer and closer and closer day by day, microscopically to the macroscopic goal, which is the growth of the apes, the making of lemon pep attendees, the attendance of chicken church.
Dude, that shit is so lame. And it's not working because this stock ain't working.
The drinking of Kraken Kingdom, and that's what I've got for this video. So blah, blah, blah. I know spill, drop it like it's
Apes, this should be y'all roll. This should be y'all song. We're going to end with this song. Because y'all retarded money. And this was the slow people's bus back in the day. We're going to end with this.
Here comes the Sweet Pickles bus.
Smart moms know how kids' minds grow upon
Sweet Pickle.
Your child's head start for school starts with this free Sweet Pickles preschool bus. There are stickers, games, puzzles, and hours of fun inside. They'll make learning basic skills like numbers and letters seem like child's play to your
Sweet Pickle. So, guys, that's it. Trey, Matt, the jig's up. You thought we wasn't going to be on y'all top. We at y'all motherfuckers. The con, we the ape police. How can we leave and y'all still running this con? So, guys, tighten up. Get your shit together. And your uncle loves you.